Good evening, it's Thursday night and we're back for another Football Manager stream. Welcome everyone, I hope you're having a great week so far. Let's catch up on how we were doing last time. I was so tired on Tuesday night stream that I genuinely do not remember what happened. I glanced at the date on the screen and this is the 1st of February 2030, so we must have completed the transfer deadline. I can't remember if I bought anyone, so I guess we'll have to find that out together. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Adwin84. You can find on my About page my Facebook page, which is where I plan to give most of my updates. But you'll also find my YouTube channel as well, where I upload streams from Twitch as well as attempting to curate some highlights. For those of you who were with me on Tuesday night, part of the reason I was so tired was that I was attempting to use Clipchamp to edit some of my streams and lost about 2 hours work because the damned thing crashed on me. I have worked out on why. It seems like the file size was too big, so I found a file compressor called Handbrake, or a video compressor called Handbrake, and that has apparently done the trick. So hopefully we'll start to see some new highlights videos coming out soon, and anyone who is looking to catch up on how we got to where we are now will be able to do so in a much quicker time. Anyhow, let's get on with the stream. So here we are, it is the 1st of February 2030, so we absolutely must have hit a transfer deadline. I'd like to think so anyway. I don't know if I bought anyone. Here we go, I did. I made 2 great signings. Of course I remember these. Joan Rodolphi, classified here as a centre-back, but very much likely to be my first choice right-back. Incredible quality for a 21-year-old from Argentina. Already has 1 full cap and ours for the low price of £7 million. Definitely one that I'm expecting to sell on at some point in the fairly near future. I think he's definitely got a future away from Rangers, but we're going to hold on to him as long as we can. And another player who we brought in was an 18-year-old Brazilian centre-back. He had everything I'm looking for. He's big, he's tall, can jump a bit. He's got work to do, but he is only 18 and was ours for, again, a low price of £4.3 million. The hope here is that by the time he is 21 and eligible to be homegrown, he will be the sort of player that we need at the club. But you can't teach big, so he is the second man who came in. We did get rid of Steve Kelly, who's a youngster who doesn't really have a great deal of potential, and we sold Mario Cozier-Dubry to actually fund our little spending spree there. £9.5 million to Panathinaikos. He'd been very much a bit part player who'd done quite well when he had played, but he was agitating for additional football, which he is very much fourth in line on the wings, and we weren't able to incorporate him into our Champions League squads, so he was not particularly pleased by that. So I think some good business in the transfer window, and we are up next against St Mirren, who we're looking for revenge against after they beat us 1-0 at their place earlier in the season. In terms of form from the last stream, we did quite well. We got a few wins. We did have that horrid match against Aberdeen where we lost 4-1, and I wish I could have forgotten that one. That was painful to watch. We were the better team in many ways. We had more of the ball, we had more attempts at goal, we just could not stop them. It got so bad, in fact, that we took our goalkeeper off. He was so bad in that match that the game suggested I sub him after the 3rd goal. I waited, the 4th goal went in, I acted. My fault for not acting a little bit sooner. I very much doubt we would have got back into the game anyway, but I think it's the first time in FM23 I've had to sub a goalkeeper who wasn't already injured, so that's a first for me. We also played some very big matches. We played against Man United in a bit of a back and forth match that ended up as a 2-2 draw at Ibrox, and a result actually I'm quite happy with. We held our own against the Giants from Manchester. And then we travelled to Paris Saint-Germain and again held our own, losing by just the 1 goal. The biggest worry there being the injury to Gustav Isaacson, who thankfully for us is only out for 2 to 3 weeks, but we have lost Raskin again, only to a cold. John Ridolfi also got a cold, so I wonder if he brought that over on the plane from Argentina with him and passed it on to Nicholas Raskin. And we have unfortunately lost Kamil Piatkowski, who was one of our first choice centre-backs so far this season for 3 to 4 months. That means that we did recall Bo Stair a little bit early from his loan. I mean, it was only a couple of days early from FC Midtjylland, and he will play a covering role at centre-back for us. I think the likely centre-back pairing is going to be Mikkel Mikkelsen and Mads Bech Sorensen, with Dane Murray and Bo Stair fighting it out for that final place. I think Dane Murray, because again he's big, he's got great jumping reach, he's scored a goal or two from corners, 3 goals in fact from corners already, means that he is likely to be first off the bench, and potentially we'll get a few starts as well. So how is everybody doing? It's been another warm day today, and I dare not say it, but is summer just around the corner by any chance? That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's probably not. I am in England after all. Summer doesn't come around too often. And there we go. Diamande dedicating his Player of the Month award to me because I'm just that damned good. And he was a very good signing for us, actually. £11 million in from Spurs in the summer. And he's done well. He's certainly earned his Player of the Month award. 16 goal assists from 15 starts in the league, 20 from 26 overall. He is turning out to be an exceptional signing for us. And I think £11 million felt like a bit of a steal. So let's get ourselves up to this game against St Mirren and see if we can get tonight's stream off to a good start. I have, as you can see, those of you who joined me in earlier streams will note that I'm not doing the press conferences anymore. Some very, very good and friendly streamers popped by to say you don't need to do them, your assistant manager should be fine. And it's apparently down to the people management attribute. And I believe my assistant manager has something of, I think it's 15 is his. Come on, Adam, click on the right place. There we are. Yeah, people management at 15. He is suitable to do press conferences for me, which makes me happy because it means I don't have to go silent and stare at the screen for a couple of minutes when I'm trying to work out what I'm actually reading. And it also means that I can continue talking to you guys as these silly press conferences go on without worrying too much about my assistant manager just ruining morale in the club. Okay, and here comes the Champions League squad registration. I don't think we're able to make any particular changes in this one. We're going to have to go with the same squad that we had before. Actually, we did say we're going to take Piatkowski out because he's out for 3 to 4 months, or 2 to 4 months, so isn't likely to see any Champions League football for the rest of this season. So Ridolfi can come in this time. What it does mean, however, is that next season we're probably going to have to offload someone else if we want to keep Piatkowski around. I'm not completely set on the idea because I do think Kerr Smith, if we can get him for a reasonable sum, and that's easier said than done, could well be the player who comes in to replace him. His big talent being that he is homegrown in Scotland. But I think that is the squad we're going to go for now. And obviously, the sale of Amari Cozier-Dubry has meant that I have somewhat discovered the talent or potential talent of James Lennox in my B squad. He's 18 years old, Scottish under-21 international, good estimated value, but most importantly, tons of potential. So I think he can be a decent fourth option on the wings there. We've also got Diamandi and Chaibi, who can also play on the wings as needed, and Samwars indeed can play further forward as well. We've tended to keep him as a right back, but he does have the ability to play on the right wing and do a fairly passable job. So we didn't worry too much about the idea of letting Cozier Dubry go, and fairly comfortable with the decisions we've made there. We did also try to offload Thierry Small. He had a couple of offers, but unfortunately wouldn't accept any of them. We did accept offers from, I think it was Granada and Blackburn, and he had no interest in going. We'll see if we can try get rid of him again, but it's unlikely that we'll get rid of him at this point. He's one who will have to try again in the summer, I think. So today's games, we've got St Mirren and Celtic are away to Inverness. We're hoping that they can do us a little favour there, and Dundee United versus Dundee, the Dundee derby. We used to partake in those, but now we are in a slightly loftier position. You'll see that we're two points behind Celtic. We are have a superior goal difference, thanks in no small part to the 7-2 thrashing we gave them at the end of this season. And we have qualified for the knockout stages of the Champions League. We're not yet sure who we're up against, but we will find out tonight, and we'll aim to play at least one of those legs before the night is over. So do feel free to pop in and say hello. Let me know how you're getting on in your own saves. I very much doubt this is the first time you've seen Football Manager, but if it is, come and tell me what you think of it. It's probably the first person you've seen play as badly as I do. Right, who do we say? I think we said Mikkel Mikkelsen was going to be our first choice alongside Sorensen. So I'm going to go with that. We have got Dane Murray, who can also do a job, and I mean, he may get a few more starts because of his ability in the air. An 18 jumping reach and 6'4" means that he's a very, very handy option to have. And the back four, not having the greatest of form, and Smyser, in fact, I mean, his last 5 games have been fairly dire. Hoping that he picks it up, turns that around pretty soon. Shackleton we're going to have to keep in that deep line playmaker role for the time being. With Kovacevic and Sarmiento on the wings. I had actually started to favour Gustav Isaacson for a period of time out on the right wing with Kovacevic on the left, but unfortunately Isaacson's injury means that he won't be available for a couple of weeks. Let's. I want Bobby McDonald on the bench again, Tyrese Campbell, and who can we give a bit of time to? Ross McIntosh can sit on the bench for this one as well. Right, first game of the night, first game of the stream. Let's hope it's a good one. Do like having a good start to our streams. And I think we've been fairly fortunate actually over the last couple of weeks to have good starts to pretty much every night so far. I think we've won the first game most of the time, so let's hope we continue that. And here we go. St Mirren look like they're forming up in a 4-4-2. I don't like 4-4-2. I don't like playing against 4-4-2. My team seem to struggle against it. But Payne has intercepted that well and is off on a driving run down the right. He's briefly interrupted but wins the ball back, gets it across for Kovacevic, who lays it off for Sarmiento in the box, but it goes wide. And we're on another attacking move. Shackleton there playing the conductor at the base of the midfield. Ridvan Yilmaz now on the left and kind of fires it straight at the keeper. It's not often you see him taking a shot like that. And a pretty poor corner doesn't beat the first man. Colombo back doing all the defending there. Interesting. Well, we've definitely had the better of the opening exchanges, but no goals as yet. Oh, and that's... I know you never like to see a professional footballer injured, but Kalimwendo has proved to be a pain in my backside ever since arriving in Scotland, scoring against me plenty as Dundee United, and I don't think he scored against us while we've been playing as Rangers, but anything that weakens Celtic is a good thing. And while I've been waffling on, we've scored a goal from a corner. Kovacevic crosses it in, Sorensen nods it in at the near post, and that's a regulation opener. Now we've got a man left pretty much unmarked in the middle there. He did look offside and the linesman has finally agreed. But that's a worrying development. We don't want to leave strikers free in the box, especially when they're playing two up top. Colombo doing well to intercept that and lay it off for Kovacevic. Payne now with another marauding run down the right. Just turning the St Mirren players inside and out. Kovacevic now, and that's a blistering finish. Lovely football. Payne started it all and did all of the hard work, drawing men out to him before leaving them flat on their bottoms. And we have scored a second goal, and we're most of the way there to getting our revenge against St Mirren. Oh, and that's goal number 3. It was very nearly Sorensen, but it looks like it's an own goal. Ekpiteta. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. We'll have to have a look at the replay. So Sorensen headed in off the post, and Oyedele has kicked it against his own player, and it's just ricocheted off into the back of the net. 3-0, and I'd say revenge is pretty much done. I'll have to look back at the stats to see how many first games we've won in a row, but it's got to be some sort of record now. We're patiently building in this move. But we've seen the opening. Colombo now trying to get it through for Kovacevic, but Yates intercepts. Back for Payne, who's just causing all sorts of problems down the St Mirren left. Lays it off for Shackleton, who puts a pretty tame shot wide in the end. And it's Mikkel Mikkelsen at the back post to make it 4-0. Our big Danish boy has scored a goal. He's not even the biggest Danish boy we've got. Sorensen has that title. Okay, let's make a few substitutions. Sarmiento, I mean, how he's ended up with a 6.4 in a game where we're 4-0 up baffles me. He really must be anonymous. It's a good chance to get Lennox on for a bit more experience of top flight football. Yilmaz, actually, we've got so many tired legs, I think I might make all the subs at once here. Chaby can come on, as can McDonald. And then Mikkel Mikkelsen can come off for Dane Murray, and we'll see if our big Scot can score some goals as well. And Payne, just doing Payne things. Oh, and that's it's deflected off the defender for a corner, but that and nearly had a chance of sneaking in there. And we see that through for a comfortable 4-0 win against St Mirren. Well, that's the start of the night we like to have. Comfortable win, and we move on to the second game, our next one being against Celtic. The beginning of the rest of your life. Okay, yeah, no one wants to buy Thierry Small. The price is apparently too high for many of them. I'm not lowering the price because we have had offers which we've accepted at 6.75 million. So we'll just let things go until the summer. And Dundee United absolutely smashing the Dundee derby there. And the squad we've left them with is doing pretty well. They've climbed up into third, and I mean the majority of it are players that we brought in. These two I don't recognise. I mean, who brings an old man like that into the squad? Seriously. James Trafford is still playing. He was something of a liability at times for us. There were times when he had one game where he managed to make a double penalty save, and I was definitely praising him as the next best thing. But then in the same game, he gave away a goal literally by jumping over the ball. He dove over the ball when it would have been simpler just to kneel down and pick it up. So, yeah, a liability. Well, Celtic up next, and this is our chance to get ourselves back to the top of the league, where I think we deserve to be. I feel like we've been a very good side so far this season. But before we get to the Celtic game, we have the first knockout round, or sorry, the knockout playoff round is what they're calling it. There are some big teams in here. Celtic definitely didn't make the knockout stages, but Chelsea, Manchester City are big teams for us to potentially come up against here. So unseeded teams, we are one of them. I think it's worked out by 9 to 16 being seeded and 17 to 24 not being seeded, and we must have just finished in that bottom 8. So if the seeded teams, the ones that we could play, Milan, Dortmund, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Juventus and Tottenham, we are up against it. This could well be the end of our Champions League adventure this season. Yeah, we definitely belong in this group more than we belong in this group. Some huge teams in here, and we'll be lucky to get anywhere near the next knockout stage. So, Marseille, Milan, and I'm not sure if there's any of these teams that I would prefer. Of all of them, Dortmund, I feel like we've possibly got the best chance against, but really, none of them exactly I look at and think I've got this. 5 English teams in there, not one of them made it into the top 8, which they should be disappointed with. Okay, Royal Sociedad are playing Dortmund. Well, that's our preferred option out the window. So, yeah, there's no one. I don't want to play any of these teams. We're just going to jump through. Rangers versus Chelsea. Well, there you go. Benfica and Man City, Copenhagen and Man United, Ajax and Juventus, Lazio and Tottenham. Well, there we go. We have Chelsea in the knockout playoff round. This is big. So we're now going to go Celtic, Dundee, Chelsea, Livingston, Dundee. So another Scottish Cup match sandwiched between two Champions League matches. Don't know if that's an intentional design in Scottish football, but it certainly means that we neglect the league for a while. Well, nothing is going to be bigger for us than this match against Celtic. We're not favourites for this one, despite it being at home. I'm not entirely sure what that's based on. I feel like our form's been fairly good, unless they're looking at the fact we lost against PSG just and had a draw against Man United in the last 5. But I'm sure we'll be able to put Celtic to the sword. We've beaten them in every game so far this season, which I think is 3-0. Let's go back to the start of the season. Yeah, so we absolutely demolished them in the first league game, 7-2. It wasn't even close. Beat them in the League Cup semi-final, and we beat them again in the league at Celtic Park. This time we've got them back at Ibrox for the last league game of this phase. We obviously will play them again in the Championship phase at the end of the season, but we've definitely got their number. Can we make it 4 from 4? Tempted to drop Sarmiento, you know. Don't think he's done it for me so far, so I'm going to drop Sarmiento. I'm going to give Tyrese Campbell a run out. Got to go with that central midfield pairing. How is... Oh, Ridolfi. Okay, let's put him on the bench for this one, I think. We could potentially play him in a deep line playmaker role, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give him a run out as a playmaker. I do see him as my first choice right back, but he is also able to play in defensive midfield. He doesn't quite like the cultured deep line playmaker role, but we'll see how he gets on. Yeah, his passing's not great. His vision's okay, though, so he may well be able to do an acceptable job there. And that should mean that Raskin is also ready to come back. So let's get Raskin on the bench for McIntosh. Does mean we don't actually have a striker on the bench, doesn't it? That's something we'll probably have to look at. Although Isaacson is kind of the backup striker. Tyrese Campbell can fill in up there as well. That's it, we're rather short on options up front. Okay, well this is the team we're going to go with, so let's just jump in. Rodolphe likes number 3, you can't have number 3, so for now have 24 and we'll see what we can do next season. Thierry Small's actually the current incumbent number 3 at the club, so it's not, it's Yilmaz. Ignore me. He's probably not going to get number 3. I don't see myself selling Yilmaz without a very good offer. Right, let's go beat Celtic again this season, shall we? We've definitely got their number. We know how to beat them. They don't know how to stop us. So let's just get this formality over with. That's poor defending. We've let them get away far too easily there, and they've won a corner. Now, are my big Danish pair of centre-backs going to clear this away? Someone certainly does. And it's a big hoof forward. And Colombo now has the chance to break. He holds the ball well before laying it back for Diomande. Yates is forward. Campbell's up there. Back for Colombo. And I'm really not sure what they were attempting there. What was he trying? Okay, it is a corner though. Kovacevic will take. And it's cleared away easily. Although Rodolphe has it outside. Back for Colombo. And Yilmaz, Rodolphe. holding the ball well on the edge of the Celtic box, but it comes to nothing. Another set piece. Can we do better than we did last time? It goes for the back post, and it's Mikael Mikkelsen. And that is 1-0, and we are... I mean, you just expected it. We beat Celtic. It's what we do. Lovely, lovely tackle from Payne there. And once again, he's off down the right wing. Although Celtic a little bit better at stopping him than St Mirren appeared to be. But we've worked the space. We've got space down the left. It's a lovely ball back inside for Diamande, and he looks unfortunate not to have scored there. Lovely patient build up there before we get the ball forward for Kovacevic. Campbell with a lovely dummy there. Out for Payne. Payne can get it across now, and it's Diamande, and that's a very good save from the Celtic goalkeeper. Campbell just letting the ball run across his body there and completely selling the Celtic striker short. We've got the ball forward again. What can Campbell do this time? Lays it off for Payne, and end of highlight. Celtic definitely doing a bit of rearguard action today. They've not really looked like attempting to come out at us at all in this match, and seem content to soak up the pressure. But we are back in their box again. Rodolphe now out for Payne. Payne, speculative shot from the edge of the box, and that goes harmlessly over. Good ball out for Yilmaz there. And we just slow the pace down when we need to, and then speed up when opportunities present themselves. So we've got a bit of an overload on the right here. Payne now through forward for Diamande, and that is a beautiful ball and a lovely finish. And I genuinely hope that's onside just for the beauty of that goal. And it is. Should never have doubted them. It was the slow build up and then the quick shift forward, Colombo, and that ball is absolutely delicious from Payne. We've got 2 or 3 players who can take advantage of a ball like that, but Diamande is the first one there. And I don't know whether Celtic get battered everywhere they go, but when they come to Ibrox, they certainly do. Well, 2-0 up, and honestly, I don't think Celtic presented that much of a challenge so far. If anything, we could have another goal or two in this game. So the way that it's been coming so far, genuinely think we could have a couple more. Diamande's look tired, so we're going to get him off for Chaibi. And Colombo's been strangely ineffective. We'll put Tyrese Campbell up front. Yeah, go on. We'll put Tyrese Campbell up front, and we're going to bring on Sarmiento in the hope that he can redeem himself from his last poor performance against St Mirren. He's the only player who got less than a 7. And we are quite fortunate not to have conceded there. It was almost a free header. We really didn't challenge that well enough. I'm not sure how they've missed, but we are back on the attack and building up from the back. Campbell now, lovely ball through for Kovacevic, and Roning makes a good save. some more tired legs out there. So Yilmaz can come off, and let's get Andy Robertson on. Yates is exhausted, so Raskin can come back into the fold. You can play as the box-to-box there. And so Payne can come off for Shackleton. We'll put Ridolfi there. Shackleton can be the box-to-box, and Raskin can go back to his familiar role as the deep-lying playmaker. It's also where I like to have him. I think he influences the game very well from there. He's often the start of many of our best moves from the base of midfield like that. Oh, it's a brilliant save from Smicer. That looked like a certain goal for Kyoto. Is it Kyoto? Kyogo. Misread that. Oh, and that's... I think that's taken a deflection as it goes over the bar. This is the most sustained pressure Celtic have managed all game. And Smicer comfortably and confidently deals with that. And just because I don't like to play... I don't like to tempt fate, so we'll start wasting a bit of time and seeing this match out. It looks like we are probably going back to the top of the league, and well deserved it is. Robertson now chasing through the centre. Ball for Campbell. Looked offside, but nothing given. And some solid defending there, but we've given the ball away. But some more solid defending. And now we have a chance to move forward. And ball goes back and forth. Kovacevic was certainly offside there. I don't think there's any doubt about that. None whatsoever. Yeah, it wasn't even close. But the good news is that is 4 from 4. 4 matches against Celtic, 4 wins for Rangers, and we are definitely the dominant team in Glasgow. And we certainly deserve to be back at the top there. Yeah, Payne possibly even deserved man of the match against St Mirren, but certainly his marauding down the right wing caused all sorts of problems throughout the match. Okay, we're away to Dundee, the blue Dundee this time. Oh, come on, Ed. This isn't the sort of defeatist attitude that we preach at Rangers. Of course they've got a chance. It's not going to be an easy game for sure. Of course it's going to be an easy game. This makes it less easy, though. Diamande is a key part of the way we play, so slightly less easy now. But that's a chance, really, for Chaibi to come in and show what he's capable of. He has had a very good start to the season, actually, Chaibi, but Diamande just got better, and as such, no, we're not praising. Yeah, as such, Chaby lost out to Diamande and hasn't really been able to force his way back in to the starting 11. The time will certainly come. He will have that opportunity again, and this is a good chance for him to put a bit of a stake in the ground and say, I'm ready for a starting place. And depending on how well he does, he may well get a start in the Chelsea game as well. Best news of all, though, is that Raskin is back. So actually, I think we could play Raskin in that role. He's certainly got the ability to play any number of roles for us. I like him in that defensive playmaker position, but there's nothing to stop him from doing a pretty cracking job anywhere on the pitch, really. Rodolphe, okay, better as a defensive wing back or attacking fullback. Interesting. Okay. I feel bad for Chaby now. I've just said that he's probably going to get a chance to start a game, and I've whipped that out of tail. I am going to start him for this one. I'm going to give Robertson a start as well as Dane Murray, and let's give Payne a little rest. I think we want to keep him ready for the Chelsea game. That means we can start Raskin there and still keep Chaby in. And Bobby McDonald can come and warm the bench for us as well. Give James Lennox another start in addition, and put Tyrese Campbell up front. So yeah, we're definitely going to rotate quite a bit here, ready for that Chelsea match. Let's hope we've not overdone it, but we do need to keep those boys fresh. It looks like we're at the early kickoff, so we need to take full advantage and put a bit of pressure on Celtic, but so far we've created nothing. 2 shots, only one on target from 3 shots now, but that's fairly poor. Oh, we've hit the bar. That's been the only highlight of the first half so far, and well, it's been uninspiring to say the least. We'll go attacking, see if we can start to produce a little bit more than that. And we've hit the bar again. Right, not good enough. We're not going to give it long before we start making changes in this second half. We definitely want to get the win. We don't want to give top spot straight back to Celtic just because we're unable to score goals against Dundee, and we've hit the woodwork one more time, and this is just getting silly now. We need to go between the white things, not at them. I think if the aim of the game was to hit the woodwork, I would have 2 world-beating teams in Dundee United and Rangers. Good ball through for Campbell, and that's surely time to score, but he's managed to hit the ball straight at the keeper. I think Colombo is going to have to come on and show them what on earth they've all done wrong so far. Tyrese Campbell just hasn't really quite got the ability, has he? James Lennox can come off, and let's bring on Sarmiento. And Ridolfi off for Payne, who can come and terrorise the Dundee left-hand side of the pitch. Right, Kovacevic, and we've missed again. Grazes the top of the bar, so that's more woodwork. They're not counting that one, but that is 3 times we've hit the woodwork so far today. Raskin, is he lining one up from distance? He is, and it's wide. Okay, let's encourage the team because they're doing all the right things. They just need to get that little white round thing in between those rectangular white things. Not hard, is it? Kovacevic now, and that's in. We finally got the breakthrough. We can stop coming attacking. We can stop trying to force the issue a bit. Sorensen looks very tired, so we're going to bring him off for Mikkelsen. And yes, I do seem to change my pronunciation. I switch between Mikkel and Mikkel, simply because sometimes I fancy saying one and sometimes the other. I don't actually know how to correctly pronounce his name. I suspect it's Mikkelsen, but come and tell me. Come and let me know. Am I getting it wrong? Have I been butchering his name all night, or am I on the right track? We are going to get Kovacevic off for us because we need him for the for the Chelsea game. I also want to see what Samwise can do a bit further forward. I think he's right-footed. He is, so we'll play him as a winger and see how we go there. Effectively 2 right-backs on the right-hand side. No, this is not time for Dundee to score an undeserved equaliser. Right, Chaby now forward for Colombo, and we've managed to work our out. So I'm quickly going to add some time-wasting instructions for my players. Oh, come on, let's not do something silly here. Milne is through, and it's a good ball through for Hunt, and we've gone and absolutely fluffed our lines there. Well, we're going to berate them, go to attacking, and hope that they can actually do something in the last 5 minutes. But we've stuffed that one right up, haven't we? We had the better of the game. We absolutely should have won that. And actually, I'm going to do a bit of arm thrashing because that's quite unacceptable. We are definitely a better team than that, and we are going to give Celtic the top spot back at the first time of asking. That's very disappointing. We did all the hard work against Celtic just to throw it away against Dundee. And Celtic, unfortunately, don't seem to be dropping points against anyone except for us. And yeah, they've won their game against the other Dundee side, Dundee United, and they are straight back to the top of the league. Grrr. Well, we need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and go. I say go. Are we going to beat Chelsea? I don't think we are. I think we are going to struggle. But if we can get a little narrow 1-0 lead in this first half, this first leg, we give ourselves a chance when we go back to the bridge. Right, let's turn that light on. It's getting a little bit dark in here. There we are, that's a little bit better. So it's a shame that we're not playing real life Chelsea, this season Chelsea, because you pretty much call that a bye through to the next round. This is Football Manager Chelsea, who I'm pretty sure are still quite good. We will just have a look actually at where Chelsea are in the Premier League. And they're fourth, so yeah, very good side. Just a few points ahead of Southampton. That's an interesting one. I've not had a look to see whether we've got any weird and wonderful results here. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Portsmouth back up in the Championship. West Brom down to League One. That's an interesting one. Sheffield Wednesday still in League One, which is just a little bit entertaining. Chesterfield have made quite a comeback and have found themselves in League One. Wrexham look like they'll go up to League One this season. Bromley have made it into the Football League. Aldershot have returned, as have Barnet. There's some interesting ones. I mean, this would be huge. Bradford City going down out of League Two. That would be something else, wouldn't it? Interesting Championship playoff final prospect for us. Luton versus Coventry. So two teams who have been in League Two within the last, 5-6 years, both of them. And one of them will be in the Premier League next season. It's pretty impressive, that. And looking at tonight's game so far, Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 up against Peterborough. They lost 4-0 in the first leg. And I saw something that said they've already won by 5 twice this season, so it's not beyond them to get themselves back on level terms at the very least. That would be quite something incredible. And of course, this weekend we've got the League Two playoff finales, or the second legs of the semi-finals. I think the two home teams on Sunday, they're both losing. Carlisle and Stockport. And I think they, for me, Stockport were probably one of the best teams in the second half of the season in League Two. They're a very strong side, a physical side, but they've also got technical ability, so I will be shocked if they don't make it through, but, well, yeah, they're currently losing in that tie. I think I'll be glued to the TV on Saturday. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to Legoland on Saturday, which I should be more excited about, I'm sure. No, I am. It's just been an exhausting week at work so far. So just when you think, yes, time to rest, my wife turns to me and says, they're going to Legoland with her friends and their kids. So more than just my children involved in this, which, frankly, is exhausting. Right, let's have Shackleton and Raskin, I think. Let's see how Raskin gets on in a more advanced role. We will go for Tyrese Campbell out on the right, and we'll go for Kovacevic on the left. Good evening, Chief. How are you doing? Right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with you as an info forward on support, so we might change that and drop Payne back to support later. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, very good, thank you. I'm just complaining about the fact I'm going to go and do fun things with my kids at the weekend. So my wife's dragging me to Legoland, which I'd normally love. I could do the rest this weekend, but I suppose I'll just have to be as lazy as possible on Sunday. Although the truth is, I'll probably spend most of the day trying to edit highlights of my streams down for YouTube. How's your day been so far? Yeah, been up to much? There's Samwise. We've got no left back for the bench, have we? That's... Well, I suppose we just have to pick whoever is available for the bench. That's it. It's Champions League, just as many bodies as possible. And Isaacson is still 7 days away, but let's get him on the bench as well. What did he do? I can't remember what his injury was. He fractured his ribs, that's right. Probably won't use him even in a desperate situation then. Oh gosh, yeah. I was genuinely gutted, but that they won 4-0 last night. I was hoping for a Madrid win. I mean, we're in the same boat there, anyone but City. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I think they're going to be too good for Inter in the final. Right, let's see if we can do a thing against Chelsea. Two bookings in the first 4 minutes. Well, good to see the refs trying to get control of the game. Oh yeah, and I've got two reasons for supporting Inter. First, it's against Man City, so it's anyone but City. But also, I love the Inter kit, and we've just scored a goal against Chelsea. We are unstoppable. What a Rangers side we are. But yeah, so we Gillingham have in the last sort of 2 decades had a couple of kits where we've had gone for the black and blue stripes. I quite like those kits. So yeah, bit of shared kinship based on football shirts as well. Hopefully Lukaku can do against City in the Champions League, but he was never really able to do against City in the Premier League. This is a good start. Yeah, we're into shirts. We're not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think yeah, it was a bit of childish love for it. You know, when the Ronaldo, not Cristiano, but the Ronaldo was at Inter. Their shirts were just beautiful, and I always imagined whenever I had my Gillingham shirt on that it was Inter. It was just yeah, there was something else that. Back in the days when I'd watch Football Italia on Channel 4. In some ways, I think there's almost too much football available these days because that used to be. That's how I knew everything about Italian football. Okay, that is a good start. We're man up, so I would like a second goal, but I also don't want to get greedy because regardless of them being down to 10 men, Chelsea are still a very good side. This is a cracking run forward. Can we get a second here? That would be just about perfect, and Campbell isn't quite able to apply the finish. Yeah, back in those good old days of Football Italia, it was always Inter for me. I was always Inter rather than AC. Oh, we've missed a few chances now, and I can't help but think this is going to come back and bite us at some point in that second leg. Right, Raskin's exhausted, so we need to get him off before he gets himself hurt again. Yeah, Samwaz and Lennox. So I'm bringing on a kid. Well, let's see. He might come up with something spectacular. So many yellow cards as well. Right, we'll just do that for now, and I think I might bring off a couple of yellow card victims in a few more minutes. Yeah, AC Milan in the days of Maldini and Shevchenko, I mean, they were just so good. But Inter and Ronaldo was always them for me. And who was the striker they had who wore number 9 before Ronaldo appeared, and then he ended up with a shirt number 18, didn't he? And he literally drew in, I don't know, Tipex or something, a little plus sign between them to make 1+8. What was his name? I can't remember for the life of me, because he was a top striker in his own right. And unfortunately, we have conceded against Chelsea, and it just, like I said, they're still a very good team, even when they've got one man fewer than we have. Okay, let's bring off Rodolphe and what else can we do? Yeah, Yilmaz's no replacement for him. Unless we put Sorensen out there and we do a lot of messing around in defence and hope to goodness that we haven't conceded while I've been messing around in there. Because what, he was a top striker in his own right, wasn't he? Yeah, I can't remember his name. That's going to bug me now. All right, we'll be sympathetic. Chelsea are a good team. Yeah, I don't think there was any doubt that AC Milan were the better side, but I just always had a soft spot for Inter. Oh, apparently we've got the worst UEFA Champions League discipline. Well, I didn't even realise we were that bad. I mean, I did think we'd had quite a few suspensions along the way, but I didn't think we were record-breaking bad. Okay. Well, we'll get over it. So who have United got this weekend? Is it a favourable one for you? I think it's still very much in the mix for the Champions League. And what I mean by that is not you're still in the hunt for it, but there's teams behind you who I think can still catch you, aren't there? It's not a foregone conclusion. And I'm almost at that stage of the season now where I cross over from moaning about how bad Gillingham are as a team to how bad Kent are as a cricket team. And Kent have started absolutely awfully this season. Can't bat, can't bowl, can't field. I think I was just saying to a couple of friends, we're not Kent County Cricket Club, not big enough to really compete in Division 1, but I like to think we're too good for Division 2. Right, so I think we'd probably need a full rotation at Livingston. It is the cup though. No, let's do full rotation. Let's give it our all against Chelsea and see if not quite the second string. Well, let's see if some of the other boys can make a case for maybe even getting into the Chelsea game. Andy Robertson really declining that much? I don't think he is. Star rating seems to be dropping away. Okay, we'll go for Shackleton again. Yates can come back in and we'll go for Chaibi. Sarmiento, I think it's almost at the point now where Sarmiento owes me a good performance. And Colombo needs to find his shooting boots fairly soon as well. Okay, Monroe. Let's go to Miss Payne. Who's my other central midfielder? Is that going to be you, Bobby? I think it might be. Okay, let's see if we can progress the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup now. Livingston away. I think I've slipped up against them a couple of times, mostly as Dundee United, so I really shouldn't take this too lightly, but I feel like there's a small chance, an outside chance against Chelsea, and I really need to pursue that one. So, slightly rotated squad for this one in the hope that they'll still be able to do the job anyway. Don't have much to change in the front three though, so those guys are going to have to play this one and the next one. But if they can score some goals early, can probably make a few changes and get them off and rested. Andy Robertson now, good run into the box, couldn't quite get the ball across though. Now Livingston on the break, and Mikkelsen has missed his tackle, and thankfully Newball just misses. That's Joel Newball, not Frank, the old former Gillingham player. I think he only did half a season with us. And Smiter comes out to claim that confidently. What a good man. What a good man he is. That's patient build up and lovely passing there. We just passed Livingston to death. They were shifting left and right in midfield, and our attacking players were just waiting for that opportunity to pounce. And Yates plays a lovely ball through there for Kovacevic, who lays it off first time, and Colombo's found his shooting boots. He's back, boys and girls, he is back. And before I get too confident and cocky, Livingston are there to remind me that they're still in this match. They're still here. And we're only half an hour gone. We need to just calm down. Oh, that's lovely football again. Like to think there's going to be more of this highlight because nothing really happened. Rodolphe now, just in his second or third start for us, so not expecting too much. Good ball over for Sarmiento, and oh, that's a lovely finish. He's just flicked that with the outside of his boot, and it's flown into the top corner. Shackleton with that little chip over the top, and look at that. Well, you'd pay good money to see that at any Premier League ground. And we're bringing quality football to Scotland. Okay. Colombo's picked up an injury. Right, we are going to get him straight off. Please be fit for the next Chelsea game, otherwise I'm going to be a very unhappy man. Hopefully, though, Isaacson will be back in, just in case Colombo isn't, Isaacson will be back. It's Tyrese Campbell. I'm not convinced he's our backup striker. He's better on the wing, and yeah, I mean this is why he's not a striker. That finish is that's laughable. Unsurprisingly, we've had very much the better of this game. A third, I think, would kill it off entirely. Not that I can see Livingston coming back from 2 down, but it is Football Manager, and you know how Football Manager likes to do these things in the cup. There we go. That's one. It is a cup match, so despite the fact they've barely seen the ball, they're going to score, and now it's down to the nervous last 15. Right, we're going to waste time. I'm going to do it right now, and then we're going to make changes. We're going to stagger them as much as possible. I've got 3 stoppages, so I'm going to go 2. Shackleton's tired, so we'll get Raskin on, and Ridolfi is looking tired as well, so we'll get Lewis Payne on. We'll do 2 now, and then we'll do another one, and then we'll do another one. Anything to take as much time out of the game as possible. Sarmiento nearly clinches it for us, but we're just going to have to play out these last 10 minutes professionally, I think. We don't need to be worried, we don't need to be scared, but it is this stage of the game, in this kind of competition, that FM likes to make some drama. Okay, Murray can come off for a little bit more experience in Sorensen. Then final change, we will change midfielder. Bobby McDonald can come on because he pops up with goals every now and then. Might get lucky. And we are through to the quarter-final. That was, one of the more nervous ones. Despite, I mean, that match stats say we were all over them, but the way Football Manager presents that to you, that was an awful lot closer. One to 2 days. Okay, he should be back in time for the Chelsea game then. That's good news. Yeah, I want to buy him permanently. Be well beyond the source of money we can put together. 44 to 52 million pounds, and our guaranteed budget for next season is 1.59. We are absolutely not able to buy him. There's no 2 ways about it. It's a shame. Who are you? Okay, you're 30 though. Otherwise, you'd be an interesting option. Oh, I've got so many. Look at that, so many suspensions. There's me saying, oh, I didn't realise we were so bad at discipline. We just had so many suspensions. That should have been my clue. Okay, next up, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Massive game, absolutely massive game. Okay, Scottish Cup draw. Kilmarnock, Ayr, Dundee, us, Hearts St Mirren, Hibs and Dunfermline, Celtic and Aberdeen. Well, I think I'd quite like an easy team in the quarter-final, please. They're both gone. So we're going to have a difficult one. Okay, we're away to Dundee. Well, they knocked us off the top spot, so if we beat them, should we call that revenge? We'll call that revenge. Why not? Okay. Lewis Payne as a centre-back isn't something I'd really envisaged. He's 6'4" though. I didn't realise he was so big. He could do a job there, couldn't he? I think he's been a very good wing-back as well. So I think I'm going to persist with him out there. Looks like Chelsea are up to third in the Premier League as well, so they're only getting better. We've not yet, I don't think, managed an away win in the Champions League, have we? Ah, we have, sorry. The first game we won away to Atletico Madrid, so it's not without hope this match going into the away game against Chelsea. We've got a chance. That's Smiter, and I think Payne deserves a start out there. He's been very, very good. We'll go with a back two of Murray and Sorensen. Murray, he's in mostly because I don't have any other options really at centre back. I'm not playing Joan Ridolfi. He's 5'10". He's not a centre back. He can't head the ball. But he's big and he can score goals. Got great jumping reach. He could be a threat from the set pieces, which may well be the only way we truly give ourselves a chance in this one. But we will give Rodolphe a run out in midfield. We'll go with a midfield two of Yates and Nicholas Raskin. We'll go with Sarmiento and Kovacevic on opposing wings there. And Colombo is going to start. Disappointing to see Isaacson still not fully back, but I think he will probably be able to sit on the bench and may even be able to come off of the bench on this one. And for only the second time this season, we've managed to get a full 12 people on the bench. So what's your weekend looking like out there? As I've said, I've got Legoland Saturday, and then Sunday I'm going to spend most of my time trying to edit down some of my streams so that they fit into nice, neat 30-minute packages for YouTube. I've had an absolute nightmare with it up until now, but I think I found the problem. I think the file sizes are too big. So I found a video compressor called Handbrake, and I've been using that to make the video sizes just a bit smaller. I don't think I've lost any quality, and on sort of a quick scan through, they all look pretty good. So I should be able to edit down those smaller files without losing any quality and still be able to put together a highlights package that Clipchamp can handle processing. Right, first highlight of the match. And encouragingly, we're the ones in possession of the football. We've gone out wide for Yilmaz, and there's a good ball forward for Raskin. Back for Yilmaz, in for Ridolfi. Yates now, perfect opportunity, and that's a very good stop. Can't help but think a little bit more power, and that's 1-0. This is where Chelsea show themselves to be very good. And are we going to regret not getting that second and also not getting the first there? And Yilmaz saves our behinds on that one, getting the block in. That's a good header away, and Rodolphe clears. Colombo now breaking down the right-hand side for us. Back for Payne and on to Sarmiento, who loses the ball again. And it's for a match that's not had much going on in the first 40-odd minutes. The last two have been packed with action. But Havertz is offside, and we don't have to worry any longer. Well, we've gone 45 minutes, and we are still not out of this game. It's still 1-1. But the start of the second half has a Chelsea attack. Murray with a good clearance. We just can't seem to get away from our own penalty box at the moment. We're doing well to hold on to the football quite as much as we are. 52% possession is pretty good away from home. But there is, unfortunately, the first goal for Chelsea. There's appeals for offside, but I'm not convinced that you're going to get an offside decision there. No. I'm really not sure what on earth sort of appeal that is, but we are 1-0 down away from home, and I think we just have to accept that's probably the end. I don't think we've got enough. We are going to go attacking because, well, we don't want to go without any kind of fight at all. But we've got a lot of players who've been pretty anonymous in this so far. Chaby can come on for a chance, a shot at getting us back into the match. Colombo really hasn't done anything, so we're going to get Isaacson on. I know he's a smidge injured, but I'm sure he'll do fine. And Kovacevic is marked out of the game, unfortunately, so Campbell can come on, and we'll swap him and Sarmiento over. Give him an attacking role, and stick Payne back to support, and hope that something good happens from all of this. Sarmiento now charging into the box, and keeper only manages to palm that away. We couldn't quite take advantage, and Chelsea, well, the lead remains unmolested. That's a good ball through for Kovacevic, and that is 1-1. Is there suspicion of offside? He looked fine to me. And it's 1-1. Well, we've just made a whole raft of changes based on the fact that we weren't getting back into this, and actually now I'm going to keep things as they were. Kovacevic there. I've just said he wasn't getting into the game. Well, I'm going to give him a chance to prove me wrong there. He's tired, but it's a very good finish, and I don't want to upset the apple cart right now. We'll still get Raskin off of Chaby though, and I'm going to bring Payne off because he's looking a little bit tired. And we'll go with this instead. And despite the fact we brought Dane Murray into the first team to be able to help us dominate from set pieces, Chelsea have been most dangerous from those set pieces. Samoa's now good ball forward for Campbell, and we've got men in the box. Can we find one of them? And it's got dropped to Colombo. The ball palmed away by this Chelsea goalkeeper from Campbell's, well, cross-come shot, and Colombo pounces on the rebound. We're 2-1 up, away to Chelsea. And despite just a few minutes ago saying we need to accept that our run is at an end, we are now leading in this tie, and we are most definitely going to waste all of the time that God can send us here, or will send us probably. We'll also make 2 more changes as we try to see this out. Yilmaz can come off of Robertson, and Rodolphe, I think, will take off But who do we bring on? We've not really got a great deal of experience on the bench in midfield. Bobby McDonald. Potentially, I suppose we could do something like that. And they're suggesting Oliver Allen, but I actually think Bobby McDonald's the better option. Yeah, we'll do this. It feels like a lot of pressure to put on a young man's shoulders, but let's hope he has enough about him to be able to deal with that pressure. Okay. And that's Murray heading the ball away well. That's why he's in the side. This time he does win his duel in the air with Havertz. Chelsea keep coming, and, well, 2-2. I suppose we can't complain about that too much. It's been an even game, and an even result would be a fair one. And yeah, I didn't think that was offside at all. We're going to continue the time wasting, I think, because we are the weaker of the two teams. Actually, no, come on, let's be positive. Let's take that off, and let's see if we can go and get a third. We are 6 minutes and 30 seconds into 6 minutes of injury time, and that would have been very insulting. No, we're taking Chelsea to extra time, which is not too bad. Okay, we're going to pump these boys up as much as we can. They're all going to be absolutely shattered. Yeah, it's Kovacevic. Maybe it's time to get Kovacevic off. Yeah, let's get Isaacson on. And we're going to put Isaacson... No, Isaacson can be our inside forward there. And let's see if he can do something for us on his return from fractured ribs. Right, let's please keep this out. Kayser's now got the ball, and I mean, somehow that's looped up to Smicer. It is offside, but that was nervy. Okay, we're going to encourage them before we start the second half of injury time. Can we just hold out for this? Because I think that's all we're doing. We are not really in this at the moment to try and win it. Everything has been Chelsea. Every highlight so far, and Smicer makes an incredible save after the ball deflects off Robertson towards goal, and we're very much under whatever the cosh is. And Chelsea just recyclable, but Colombo does brilliantly before laying it off for Murray, who has absolutely fluffed his lines there. Oh, that's a sore way to lose it. Well, Colombo does fantastically well coming back from the front to defend, and then Murray inexplicably just hits the ball straight at the Chelsea man, and it is pretty much over now. We're going to go 2 up top, and without a great deal of hope, we're going to try to impose ourselves for the last few minutes. We're going to go for the higher tempo. We'll play more direct. We will pass into space, but I honestly think it is over already, which is gutting. I think we gave Chelsea a good game. We came fairly close, but this is probably just one step too far. In injury time, in extra time, sorry, we just really weren't in it. Chelsea being the stronger of the two, and, well, we tried. Okay, we're going to take a quick break there, so we'll be back in a few minutes, and we will see what we've got in store. More Premiership action, and a Scottish Cup quarter-final yet to come. So, back in a few. Okay, and we're back. Some interesting stuff going on in the League One playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday, who lost the first leg of their semi-final against Peterborough at 4-0, are currently 3-0 up in the second leg with just a few minutes left to go. Sounds like things could be quite interesting over there. Okay, so we've made a bit of money off of that Champions League run. Our balance looks fairly healthy, actually. I'm hoping they'll be able to give me a little bit more money than 1.5 million. If not, then I think so long as we win the league, and that's pretty much my only aim now. If we win the league, then we probably start looking for other jobs. Don't think I'm going to build a team that has any chance of real competition in the Champions League with £1.5 million as the budget. And considering my current budget is 2.3 million, they're asking for miracles if they think I can do something with that. Probably do enough to continue winning the Scottish League, but want a bit more than that. Got Rangers to the Europa League semi-final in the last season, and we've reached the knockout stages in our first season in the Champions League. I'd quite like to think that we can start to go further. Right, away to Hearts, who look like they're having a terrible season, down in 10th. Thankfully for them, Ross County and Inverness are even worse, but Hibs and Hearts, who, when I first joined Rangers, I think they were the top two. It might have been Aberdeen and Hibs, but they were certainly above me. Yet this season they are languishing. I've got Oliver Allen available for the B side, yeah. We need to make sure that they're getting some sort of game time. Tyrese Campbell is certainly someone I'd want to be able to sell, but I'm not telling them that in public. Let's make them offer me lots and lots of money for him. Diamande is back. He might actually be able to get into this next game. Didn't realise it was tomorrow, so might be able to. I mean, he may start. He may come off the bench, but he can certainly be involved, I think. And sadly, Celtic weren't involved in today's games. I was hoping they might throw some points away for us. I'll give Rodolphe another run out at right back. Not entirely settled on his best position just yet. I'm going to leave Dane Murray out because he's probably a bit fragile after throwing away our Champions League status in the last one. It's a heartbreaking way for it to happen. Like, we will give Diamande his place back in the first team straight away, I think. Kovacevic, I mean, can't drop the man. He's just too good. And Isaacson is back in action. We'll do that. And Colombo can start up front again. So we will have Payne as our centre-back option, I think, here. Ashwin, my man, how you doing? I publicised this one as well. It went in your Discord. How are you doing, man? You've just missed us getting knocked out of the Champions League by Chelsea. We got through to the knockout stages, which I'm pretty proud of. In a few years, we're going to win this. That's if they give me money. If they don't give me money, I leave and I find a better job. But we could win this at some point in the near future, I think. I'm good, man. I'm good. Long day at work. Got home quite late. I was in at 7, and I left the office. I think it was nearly 5:30. Just a long day, but glad to be home. Glad to be back with my Rangers team. Okay. Something that could only happen to you. Are we talking Football Manager related, or is this just life in general? Okay. Oh, we've got the early kickoff today, so we might be able to go back top of the league, even if it's just for a little while. Okay, right. Saka goes out for 8 months. Yes, this was the day after he had like a 5.9 performance, and you subbed him off or something. He goes and gets himself badly injured. I always tend to find they get into the club before they get injured. I'll bring him in, and then just before their debut, injury. I mean, we nearly just conceded the first goal there. We need to be a lot better than that. I think it's happened in this transfer window. I brought in Joan Rodolfi, the new Argentinian right back, and before I get to play him in the first game, he gets a cold and then he gets an injury for the second game as well, just out of nowhere. I can imagine coming from Argentina to Scotland, you're going to feel a bit rough. Probably get a cold just going from the Argentinian temperatures to the Scottish temperatures, but Football Manager just does it to you. I mean, your 8-month injury is something else. And, well, that's the start we needed. We want Celtic to lose that game against Hibs. We've been better than them all season. The goal difference tells the story all of its own. But every time we drop points, Celtic pick them up. And Isaacson, I love this man. Considering when I bought him, I took so much time deciding whether £12 million was worth it. He's my boy. I've got a little Danish contingent going on there. Got Isaacson, I've got Mikkelsen, I've got Beck Sorensen, I've got Bo Stair. Little Denmark in Glasgow. So are you into season 3 and your Arsenal save now, Ashwin? No, I didn't see the PSG game. What happened there? I've not caught up on Discord at all. Yeah, and that's goal number 3. Referee, don't be a pervert. Finger out your ear. That was just a goal. Gave you a fucking boner. I need to check out Discord then. Oh, you can't count that as offside. Okay. Diamande has just come back from injury, so we'll rest him. Kovacevic just needs as many games as possible, so I'll take him off. Rodolfi's not having a great one, so let's get Payne on. Okay. Last couple of changes. Raskin, because I don't want to risk him getting injured again. And who's just scored there? Every time I do it, every time. Pause the game, Adam. Okay, and we'll get Tyrese Campbell on, who's going on the wing because he's definitely not a striker. Hold on a second. I can change settings, can't I? Oh, and is that number 5? Right, hold on. I can let you post links somehow. Block hyperlinks, that's the one. Go on, try it again. Should be able to post it this time. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, that is. 1-0 up, 2-1 down, 3-1 down, 3-all, and a winner in 90 plus 4. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, we're just scoring goals for fun here as well. Did you save the highlight anywhere of the 4th one? And as if a 94th minute winner is not bad, it's not good enough to score a cracker as well. Was it anything like Reece Nelson's actual winner against Bournemouth? Off the bar, head of the keeper. Oh, please tell me you've got a video of that somewhere. If not, next stream I want you to go in and show me that goal. Yes, good man. Join Discord call and put it up on the stream there. Okay. I'll open up Discord. Okay, next up we've got Ross County. That should be another win. How did Celtic get on in theirs? Yeah, they won, of course they did. No way! Oh, no way! Sheffield Wednesday have a fourth goal, 90 plus 8. It's now 4-all in that League One's playoff semi. 4-all, yep, unbelievable. So Peterborough won their home leg 4-0. Sheffield Wednesday are winning their home leg 4-0. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. That was pretty much done. No, I can't hear you. Hold on, that might be me. I've got to confess, I don't know how to use Discord. I'm a bit of an old man. No, I didn't change outputs. Oh, hold on, I can hear you. I know what's going on. I've just got it turned down so low. So I don't have the music blaring at me. Let me pause the music and then I will turn you up so I can hear you. There you go. I can hear you now. See, I'm an old man. I don't know what I'm doing. Discord's just that's for you youngsters, for you kids. I've just got my head around WhatsApp, so that'll do me. I know there's too many buttons. That's the problem. There's so many. There's lobbies and channels. It's just yeah. Eventually, I think I need to. I think I'm going to need to. It probably is. If I spent a few minutes just looking at it, I'd probably be able to figure it out. I managed to get into the voice chat. That's pretty good for me. Yeah, exactly. All right, I want to let's see this goal. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Excellent. Let me. I'll see if I can get forward to my Ross County game. It's it's so crazy. It really is. And the first leg 4-0 Peterborough. That's done. It's game over. I don't know how they've got that back. But then that's the beauty of football. I know if you're a Peterborough fan right now, you are fuming, absolutely fuming. How old is he? Yeah. No, he's. Yeah, they got him from Chesterfield. I think he was in non-league last season. I think he scored like 40 goals in the season. Was it 31? Yeah. And there was a brief period when he was being linked to Gillingham back in January. We were never going to be able to afford him, even with a little bit of American money we did get into the club. I would have happily taken him, but he's gone to a level well above us now. Yeah, Kapongo's the only one I know. Okay. I don't think you can bottle 7-3, can you? Can you? Well, if Peterborough have thrown away 4-0. Oh, yeah. Martinelli, he's your boy. What's he done wrong? Oh, you and injuries. Oh no. Oh, that's when you know it wasn't offside. I don't know if they brought it in for this game, but I swear there are some decisions where it's actually wrong. Like in previous FMs, it was always offside. If it was offside, it was offside. But I swear there are some where it's not actually offside, and they still give it. I don't know if that's just a match engine like a match engine thing. It just doesn't show you the right thing, or whether they've deliberately introduced decisions. No. Yeah, Chiefs. I'm not watching it, man, but I am definitely following along on on my phone at the moment on the Sky Sports app. That is something else. It really is. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, Juventus have tumbled, haven't they? How many cards? Oh my god. Not just for Leverkusen, surely. They're almost as bad as my Rangers side. Is that not that yet? Game done. They lost that first leg, didn't they? I still can't get over Sheffield Wednesday. I kind of feel Peterborough's pain with all my whinging about 5 minutes of injury time in 99. 8 minutes, 90 plus 8 they score in. And the worst thing if you're a Peterborough fan and you've turned up at the away game, your team's got a 4-0 lead, you're going there to celebrate. You are going there because it's party time. At no point are you thinking, we might lose this. Oh, that's a lovely goal from Diamande. So, Chief, are you watching the game? Are you watching the match? Are Peterborough looking like they've got any chance, or is it just backs to the wall and hoping they get to penalties now? Go on, Yatesy. Oh, lovely finish from Isaacson. Just snuck it in at the near post somehow there. See how Celtic are getting on at the moment as well. They're losing to Aberdeen. And it's Duck. The bane of my life at Aberdeen. He might be doing us a favour. I might not hate him quite as much now. Right, time for subs. Dane Murray. And let's get Colombo off. Let's try and keep him fresh for the next one. Bit of Lewis Payne. And a bit of Raskin. Oh, let's not throw it away now. And Isaacson's got another one. I reckon that's going to be looked at for offside. Nope, that is 4-0, and we are cruising to yet another win. Maybe getting knocked out of the Champions League was the best thing to happen to us. We've absolutely flown through these last couple of games. And if Aberdeen can hold on for the win at Celtic, or against Celtic rather, that is a lovely job. Hello, buddy. I know. I'm waiting for that next goal. Yeah. I mean, can Peterborough come back from this? Right. Or let's watch. Yeah. Yeah. Is it a Reece James? It's an R James. I know that much. I think it's so hard to believe. No, I've not seen the stats. Yep. 16 on target. That's mad. Oh. But then I suppose if you're 4-0 down, you just throw everything at them. Absolutely everything you got. Oh, we've got to see this. And in fact, it's 3-all already. It's already 3-3. You've managed to pull back from 3-1 to get level with PSG. Oh my god. Oh, that's incredible. That's awful. Oh, that's mad. An XG of 3.26 and they score 7 goals. That's sad times. But it's a good job that you've got Grealish and Dembele for cut price deals. You don't really miss it if you've got that sort of firepower in your squad. You got it for 20 mil. Oh wow. Even Schick's gained a star or two, hasn't he? Because he didn't look that good when he first joined you. Yeah. He's he's looking all right for you there, though. Really, that can be so. It's so affected by form sometimes, though. If they have a good game, they can go up by half a star. They had a bad game, it goes down by half a star. Like Colombo in mine, he's gone anywhere between 3 and 4 stars. Yeah, Jesus is just too good. Did you train him to be a striker, or was he a striker already? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. He's your weak link as well, isn't he? Tierney, weakest player in that squad, or at least, yeah, in the first 11. Zinchenko can do a job. That is a fair number of games, to be fair. Yeah, the last 2 seasons he's not really done much. No. Only 20 games last season. Was he injured? Oh, yeah. No. Oh, 5 months. Was that the season before? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's hope he doesn't lose too many of those before you get him back. No. No, but some players you do, especially when they're young. If they have an injury that bad, that's it. Their potential's pretty much gone. Their attributes take a nosedive, and that's it. I think natural fitness does make a difference in how quickly they're able to recover. Okay, so yeah, he should be okay. Yeah, he should be okay. And that's such a return. And that first season as well, 33 in 30 league games. Yeah. And I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm amazed. No way! No way! Oh, that's something. I mean, their fans must be going absolutely delirious right now. They've turned up for a match, 4-0 up, thinking, right, well, this is party time, this is all over already. They lose 4-0, go to injury time, and they must be so deflated, absolutely in the mire, and then 5. That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh, oh, oh! That man's probably never playing football again. Oh, oh no! That's it. That's his career over. He's going to go and have to work in a supermarket now because there's no way. There's no way you're playing football again after that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, his teammates must be looking at him like, "Oh, look at all the work we've just done to score 4 goals," and then you go, "Yeah." No, I mean it could be one of those just unfortunate deflections that wasn't quite going on target. Yeah, yeah. Well, it looks like it's a free kick that hit him on the back, so he may have been in the wall. So it might not have been that bad. Oh, yeah. Well, Sheffield Wednesday, if they get another one back, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. And that, and they would have sold out the away end. Every ticket would have been gone because it's 4-0. Of course you're going to win. It's an easy win. And you get to go and celebrate at Hillsborough. You get to go and celebrate at Sheffield Wednesday's ground. Yeah, we're going up. And then suddenly you're looking at the scoreboard and you're 4-0 down. How much longer have they got? Can't be much longer. Well, it's half time and in extra time. They must have done extra time already. Yeah, yeah. So West Ham Fiorentina. I mean, alright, Barca might still win. Oh wow, okay. Yep. So Roma Sevilla final, West Ham. I mean, yeah, it's hard. You can't really decide a penalty shootout. No, there's no real team that's specialists. Well, they're two different competitions, aren't they? It's the Europa League and it's Roma Sevilla, and then yeah, the Conference League. Yeah. Oh, they've not conceded, have they? Oh, oh, here's backs to the wall now. You're 5 minutes away from getting into the final. You don't dive into anything. You don't put a foot out of place. You just stand off them, make them run past you. Yeah, well that's it. He will. He'll be suspended for the final, won't he? Nah, they'll still win that. They're specialists in Europa League, Sevilla. That yeah, they did. That was before the days when they'd automatically qualify for the Champions League when they won it, wasn't it? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it's all kicking off then, isn't it? If it's all in the same few seconds. And sometimes like fighting's a tactic. It is. It is. You know, if you're winning and you can if you can rattle the opponents, they might lose focus on the game. No, I mean, yeah, yeah, it can definitely backfire. That can definitely backfire. It's amazing how much they fell apart when they lost from Ronaldo. Oh yeah, I mean they lost most of their club, didn't they? The directors all had to they'll resign because of their financial irregularities and the sort of stuff you've been doing with Arsenal. Their entire board resigned for exactly that. Yeah, but end of the season though, your entire board's going to have to go. Your chairman's going to have to leave. You're going to end up with nothing. You have to sell all of those players. What? That's wait. So your under 21s have got more coaches, but he wouldn't give you more coaches for the first team. And it's just this. So you've won the Premier League, you've won the Champions League, and he's just like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Really? I think I've got 10 coaches at Rangers. Sheffield Wednesday have scored. It's 5-all. Oh, wow. They've not conceded yet, have they? Is it still, they're still winning. Yeah. I wish I'd sat and watched that now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to be with the home fans. I wouldn't want to be with the away fans right now. Things will be tense there. Oh, not really. No, there's nothing. There's nothing between the two teams. It's just a situation where you're watching your team lose 5-1 from a position that you really should never have lost. What sort of team bottles a 4-0 lead? I think the last few weeks we've seen some crazy games. Last weekend, the weekend before, there were just so many goals in the Premier League. It was silly. The ref doesn't want to go to penalty. Yeah. Yeah, it just keep going until someone scores. It doesn't matter who at this point. Just I don't want to do penalties. Yeah, yeah. It never really took off, did it? But no way. Are they bottling a 4-goal lead? Oh god, yeah. You're only half an hour into the game. I think they might be. Yep. Career over. Dumb. I think so. Can only be a few more minutes left. Oh my god. That's nearly an extra half of extra time. Something must have happened. There must be an injury, like a lengthy injury in extra time for them to add on 9 minutes. Okay, that one's done then. So that's he's waiting for a goal. They really didn't want to do penalties. Really didn't want penalties. Oh. And this is in Switzerland, isn't it? Yes, they're at home. And they're just watching the ref keep adding on time until Fiorentina score. Or riots. There'll be riots in Basel tonight. Oh, still going. And there could be time for an equaliser there. There's still time for a winner in the Sheffield Wednesday game. I think there's still a couple of minutes left. I think this is worse than World Cup. This. They're playing a full 45 minutes. Oh, that's another 4-goal lead being bottled there. We did. We just scored at the same time. Oh my god. Something's happened over there. You don't add on 12 minutes injury time, especially in extra time, without something serious happening. Yeah, Sky Sports app is telling me nothing. I've got the live commentary up for the Sheffield Wednesday game. I just can't wait to see what happens there. It just feels like there's a winner. There's just a winner waiting to happen. Yeah. Oh no. 13. Oh, so we didn't get a whole extra half of extra time. Wow. Well, we're absolutely smashing my old team here. We are. That's crazy. We're 29 points clear of Dundee United with 28 games gone. Scottish football is just so it's kind of boring, isn't it? You know who's going to win the league. It will be Rangers or Celtic. Yeah, that's it. That's all you've got. And Kabongo Shimanga's on. You should be asking your board for extra physios. You don't need the coaches. You need physios. You need people to keep them fit. Oh, oh, that's going to be so sad. You nearly completed the perfect comeback. Every other game, I swear, you're like, fuck you, game. I hate this game. Who even is he? Johan Bakayoko. Okay. Here we go. Oh yes, that was in National League final, playoff final. Nearly blew it. I think they still won. That was the Notts County player, wasn't it, who did it? They still managed to win the penalty shootout, but it nearly. That's it, John Bostock. Yeah. And what a way that would have been to if they hadn't gone on to win that. Imagine you've lost your team that penalty shootout because you were trying to do it for Dan Panenka. I mean, come on. Yeah, in the National League. You'd have to be. Sad times. It's the Carabao Cup. No one does it. No one cares about the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Yep. 2 shots. Ah, that's Football Manager. Have you ever scored a goal while playing very attacking? I don't think I've ever scored a goal. I can go very attacking for 20 minutes and see no highlights right through to the end of the game. This is the same squad you had previously? That doesn't make sense. Good question. Good question. You've got Martinelli, you've got Smith Rowe, you've got Nketiah, Saka. Is it because Saka's not in there anymore? You've put someone else in. Yeah. You don't need a backup goalkeeper. It's fine. You literally don't have anyone else. You have to have 2 registered, don't you? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, because you've got space left in the squad, it will let you do it, but you've only got 1 goalkeeper. You would have to put in a youth player. You... Oh no. Um, no. No, it's not. Yeah, he won't. He probably won't be back before the season ends. You just have to make do with 5. You've already got 2. You've already won 2. That's a freebie. That's a gimme. That is. Calvert-Lewin. He's got 1 goal in 14 appearances. I don't think you've. I don't think you've lost out on anything there. Spurs have ruined him. Yeah, Spurs have ruined him. Guy is always such a good player to bring in. And he's got no potential. 2.5-star potential. Oh, I mean, of course. I've not even touched the sides of it yet. That's because you've bankrupted the club by buying Declan Rice and not telling anyone. The accountants are wondering where on earth 100 million's gone. It's just disappeared. because you need a goalkeeper, and he's not homegrown at club either. Frustrating. And I think my Champions League squad was only 20 or 21 players. That's all I could do. Rangers have no homegrown players worth playing. I had to go out and buy. It's the only reason I got Andy Robertson at 35 because I needed a Scottish player who could play left back, and he was the only one available. So I bought him for 4 million. Now he's retiring. £4 million for one season. It's not worth it. Yeah. Oh my god. No. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday scored. Barry Bannon. A blast from the past. And did he stay? Did he say, yeah, that's good? I mean, he's not wrong. When you've got the best young squad in, well, probably in Europe. You've won the Champions League. Come on. Yeah, but Football Manager has to throw those results in there because if you just won every game and won it 4-0, yeah, madness, madness. It has to do it. It can't let you win everything, so it has to find a game that you lose. So look, you've not stolen enough of their players. You're now taking their staff. Well, there you go. Oh my god. Yeah, I wish I could have scouts like that. It's because I think you only have as many. You've only got as many coaches as I've got. I think. How many do I have? I have 7. I'm lying. I've got nowhere near as many as you. They've got 5 fitness coaches for the senior squad. 3 goalkeeping coaches. 4. Yeah. They have 5 fitness coaches. Who has 5 fitness coaches? Yep. Right, so basically, the first team are really well trained. The kids, they're just left to do what they want. Hmm. And Sheffield Wednesday. And it's a good job Peterborough and Sheffield aren't that far apart because it's still going to be a long drive home for the Peterborough fans. Can't afford to. Well, you are £70 million in debt. They should be able to give you the option to do that, shouldn't they? To just take a few million off of the transfer budget and stick it in staff wages. Hmm. Yeah, that's a very weird one. Yeah, they do. I've never heard a man so unhappy with beating Man United 4-1. I hate that. I, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But it's so hard to break down. And they've still got pretty much three strikers. They've got two strikers and an attacking midfielder. And they just lump the ball forward. And then you're in trouble because you're attacking. So that, well, I'm 6-0 up in the first half against Inverness. I'm glad Scottish football is competitive. I've just scored 6. I can just predict the future. I know what's going to happen. Sixth worst? Ooh. I've seen them go down to the Championship in quite a few saves. Yeah, last year they went. Last year they went down all the time. Mm, that will be one of the most enjoyable relegations. Seeing Spurs go down. Oh my god, how have you not scored there? Oh, who let him be there? Just destroyed Inverness. Too easy. Yeah, still 8 points behind, aren't they? A long way off. Well, it definitely feels like you're going to lose this game. You get that feeling though, don't you? You think, oh, I've missed so many chances. They're going to go and score them. Is Mason Mount good in the game? I've never bought him. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. He always scores goals against me. Kai Havertz every time. Hmm. Yes, he always seems like when I look at stats for Raheem Sterling, he always seems to score goals, but only when I don't play in England. If I'm elsewhere, he will score goals. Let's see how well he's done. Easy. So yeah, Sterling in this save, he's only had 2 seasons since the start of the save where he scored more than 10 goals. No, probably about the same average there. Oh, yeah. There was no chance I could play a late night session on PS4 and not wake the wife up. I mean, never got the Pro. I just didn't think it was worth it. I didn't think it would be any quieter. Mm, yeah. What sort of goal is that? It's a goal, but my God. Oh, that's surely an own goal. There's no way that was going in. That wasn't on target. Yeah, it doesn't matter how they go in. Right, I'm calling it a night, gents. Tomorrow, no, I'll be back on Saturday, depending on when I get home. I'm going to a theme park with the family, so it might be Saturday, it might be Sunday. Yeah. All right, take care, guys. Okay, and we are calling the stream to an end there tonight. Thank you, everyone who did join. As you can see, we've ended the night already qualifying for the Champions League with 9 games to go. It's just insane stuff in football, football in Scotland. But I mean, that's what you get. That's what you get. Next up, winning the league. So I'll probably be back on Saturday night for the late night stream from 9:30. But if not, then we'll do Sunday instead. But I'm definitely aiming to do my Saturday night late night one. And I look forward to seeing as many of you there as can possibly make it. Take care and good night.